here, and pleasure to talk to you, Ajay, over whatever conversation we'll have. I've been told that I have to speak for 10, 40, 15 minutes solo, but I typically don't like to do a monologue, so I'll restrict myself to say just 5 minutes to set the context, and then we'll be in a conversation. So if you don't mind, then maybe I'll just sit and speak.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So as was part of my introduction, I was part of the corporate world for almost 30 years before I turned an entrepreneur, if I can call myself as that. And I now work in the area of family businesses, not the business and the family, but the family. And a very quick context is that every business, whether family business or non-family business, has a business strategy. But for family businesses, you also need a family strategy. And if you ask the most successful family business owner, you can wake him up in the middle of the night and say, what is your business strategy for the next 5 years or 10 years? He'll be able to reel it out to you. And the reason I'm saying he is because 98% of all family business owners are men, very few women till now. So he'll be able to reel it out in the middle of the night, even if you wake him. But if you ask the same person, what is your family strategy, they'll have no answer. And for family businesses, unless you have a family strategy, it is difficult for the business to be multi-generational. While overseas there's a lot of research and a lot of work that happens in this area, in India we just started, just money, maybe 10 years, 20 years, but it's getting there, and there are families that have worked out a family strategy. They call it a family constitution, they call it a document, they call it whatever, but you need a family strategy to build multi-generational businesses. So let me just share with you the statistics, which is also very, very interesting, that about 80% to 90% of world commerce is owned by families. They're family owned. They may not be family run, but they are family owned. Think of the largest brands around the world and they'll be family owned. But only 30% of all family businesses make it to the second generation. 70% of all family businesses around the world last only one generation in the form that they are in. And the reason for that has nothing to do with the business, nothing to do with their product, their marketing strategy. It has to do with the fact that they don't have a family strategy. So I work through my writings, through my speakings, and my target segment are the SMEs, because for the big guys, you have the McKinseys of the world and the KPMGs of the world, and you also have people like, say, Deepak Parekh or Kamath advising large families. But it is the SMEs who are the backbone of any economy, whichever economy they exist in. Almost 100% of all SMEs are family owned. But you know, they are the non-glamorous ones and nobody has time for them, because I think like Professor Nath was explaining that you need you will need, so a big guy like a McKinsey will need, say, 200 SMEs to be able to get the fee out what they could get from one large business. So my target segment when I work in this area are the SMEs, and the objective is to build awareness about the fact that they all need a family strategy if they want to build multi-generational businesses. And that's how I also started writing, and you know, we'll talk more as and when we get into the conversation. So this book that was released earlier this year is what has got me here. It's first book of the series, which is called Entrepreneurs Who Built India, and this is the story of Gujarmal Modi, the founder of Modi Nagar. And with that, I shall hand over